Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Day of the Devs portion of the show. Day of the Devs is a nonprofit organization whose team of volunteer curators scours the globe for the best in video games for you to enjoy, with a focus on indie developers who are lovely, and you'll get to meet them today as well as enjoy their games. And there's nothing else to worry about, so just sit back and relax and enjoy Day of the Devs.
God, there's not enough time between things. Okay, got my water.
We love Cappy Games at Day of the Devs. They've been making incredible games for 20 years up in Toronto. You might know them for games like Below or Super Brother Sword and Sorcery, or maybe you know their incredible puzzle games like Grindstone and Might and Magic Clash of Heroes. Well, if you're in the latter, we're very excited to announce their next great puzzle game.
Hi, I'm Eileen from Cappy Games.
And I'm Dan, Cappy's creative director.
We're so thrilled today to be able to give you a first look at what we've been up to at the studio since releasing Grindstone. Introducing Battle Vision Network.
Interesting. Okay. I generally like Cappy games. Capybara games.
BVN fuses cozy, color-matching puzzle gameplay with
cozy
tactics to test players.
Whoa, he said the magic word.
It's a 1v1 puzzle battle in the galaxy's most watched sport.
The word of the day. I should create that meme where I can push a button and it'll do the, like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched, oh my god, what the hell is that game, or that show called? Pee-wee's Playhouse, where the word of the day would happen and the camera would go crazy? Yeah.
Over several rounds, take turns launching attacks by creating color-matched formations with your units.
You liked Grindstone? I never played Grindstone. I heard good things about it.
Fire matches last a couple of minutes. BVN isn't just about dominating matches. BVN teams spend a season vying for the title of champion, and the player community ultimately decides which team takes the
This looks good.
Choose between multiple teams, bursting with personality and characters, each with its own playstyle and home arena.
Win a match with the Ragtags team.
Nugs.
That win shapes the stats, outcome, and narrative events of the season for everyone.
Gameplay is simple enough to jump into, but as you rise in the ranks, you'll unlock new units, each with game-changing abilities, and discover endless new tactics and strategies. Charismatic captains front each team. Captains run the playfield with big personalities and outsized power in the form of tide-turning special abilities.
When building the wild world of BVN, we weren't just influenced by our own game, Clash of Heroes. We were also inspired by the theatricality and spectacle of Eurovision. Cappy's art team has outdone themselves with a fantastic roster of hand-drawn and hand-animated characters and fashion-forward.
Cappy's art style is very good.
Television Network is a live, season-based game with new twists, new characters, fresh rankings, and narrative surprises emerging every season.
We're also excited to feature a phenomenal soundtrack by our frequent collaborators, the incredible Jim Guthrie and Sam Webster.
You'll be able to play BVN on mobile, PC, and console, and we'll be announcing more details soon.
We're so thankful to Day of the Devs for a chance to introduce Battle Vision Network. I'm grateful to our awesome partners, Netflix. Wishlist the game to join the fun.
This is cool. That's neat. I like it.
To us from the Game Bakers, a small studio in Montpellier, France, who claim to make games the same way they cook food, with a lot of love. Their next dish comes to us piping hot, fresh from the oven. It'll take us to dizzying heights, which quite frankly give me the heebie-jeebies. So hold on tight, making its gameplay debut today. This is Cairn.
Same trailer or whatever. Yeah, just not for me. Just not for me. And I don't know. Like I hate to say it and to be pessimistic, but I kind of don't know who it's for.
Game Bakers. Maybe you know us for Fury or Haven. Fury was a hack and slash and even an RPG, but
Fury's great.
Games about freedom. Live free to love who you want. Today I'm presenting our next game, Cairn, the final part of our Freedom trilogy.
Freedom
In Cairn, you
Trilogy.
play an alpinist who's climbing a deadly mountain. You put your life at risk to reach a summit that nobody reached before. You are obsessed by this ascent and you are climbing to free yourself from your own chains. Cairn is what we call a survival climber. You have to climb, but also survive in the mountain. The climbing is very realistic. You can climb absolutely everywhere as long as you manage to keep your balance and stamina.
This is a cinematic adventure game.
If
It
you're
seems like
careless,
just a climbing game.
falling, trying again the same route or a completely different route.
You know what? There's
Trying
probably
over and
going to
over.
be a group of streamers
To make
that
it,
play
you have to
this
push yourself to go beyond your limits.
that people are gonna watch to like
Each
wait
wall
for
you
them to get
climb
really
is like
mad.
an opponent, almost like a boss fight. Even though you can climb free solo, alpinism has a natural
Oh hey, we
disadvantage.
can actually see some gameplay mechanics. Okay, okay.
But you have a limited amount, and using them at the right time is key. Eventually, reaching the top of the wall is extremely satisfying. It's freeing.
Okay. Still not for me.
Thanks for watching, and wishlist the game to stay tuned.
I can picture a few people that will
Two-person
probably
team
play
in
it.
Canada has been developing this next game in absolute secrecy over the last 3 years. And as a fellow Canadian, I call dibs on introducing it. You may also recognize one of the developers' voices from their wildly popular YouTube channel. From Nanopark Studios and I Am 8-Bit Presents, prepare yourself for... wait for it.
Cute. This seems very Pokemon-esque.
Hello there, my name's Brandon.
And I'm Danny, and we are here to show you our game, Pedal Runner.
Yup.
Pedal Runner is a retro-flavored slice-of-life RPG where you play as a
This is
motorcycle
cute.
courier that delivers pets to people in a city called Sapphire Valley.
In Sapphire Valley, the company Hannah Pets has developed new devices called Leap Cells to power their newest generation of digital pets by using an unexpected fuel source: flowers.
Leap cells are delivered and installed by specialized couriers known as pedal runners. As a pedal runner, this installation involves planting the cell and calibrating it by performing a sequence of quick and varied minigames.
Okay. Yo, you like Dave the Diver? Well, we put Pokemon in your
Once
Dave the
that calibration
Diver.
completes, the new Hannah pet begins to farm. You play as Callie,
All the
who is
mini
a new
games.
recruit in the Pedal Runner program. So, being new in town and with a bit of a shy personality, Callie does encounter a few challenges along the way, just from the difficulty of dealing with customers or talking to people in general, to their rivalry with a fellow recruit. Fortunately, Callie is joined by their pet companion, Kira.
Kira is unique in that he's an older type of Hannah Pets, which is a simpler and now obsolete handheld model. So with that outdated tech, Kira has some quirks, like his battery isn't always reliable. But he's way more outgoing than Callie.
This
and
is
he's great
cool
to have
looking.
around when meeting new people.
Who would ever get sick on endless mini games? I don't know. I have no idea.
Callie and Kira through the 4 unique districts. of
Probably some
Sapphire
kind of
Valley.
idiot.
Along the way, mysterious occurrences will begin to surface, and we will encounter individuals who think that there may be more to uncover about the new Hannah Pets sensation.
So, it's got motorcycles, robots, there's flowers, there's pets. We've tried to really give the story some heart to it, and we just hope you have fun playing.
And thanks for checking out Pedal Runner.
No release date, huh?
Developed in Shanghai by Polar's Studio, our next game is a dystopian thriller that's as every bit Orwellian as it is Lynchian. It's a tale of temporal technologies, unimaginable body horrors, and psychedelic nightmares. This is Karma: The Dark World.
Okay, this looks awesome.
嗨，各位好，我是 Karma: The Dark World 的创意总监王永鹤。我们团队月壤工作室来自于
This
中
looks
国上海。
awesome.
团队的目标是带给全球玩家有趣且有深度的叙事驱动类游戏。很荣幸借此机会向各位玩家展示由我们才华横溢的月壤团队所制作的第一款游戏《Karma: The Dark World》。
That's very observer like.
这是一款第一人称叙事驱动类的心理恐怖游戏。玩家将扮演利维坦思想局的任务干员丹尼尔，他的主要任务目的是潜入嫌疑人的大脑，并调查事件的真相。玩家将在2个不同的世界中进行冒险，去体验完全不同的情绪和故事。一个是在反乌托邦的现实世界，你将了解到扭曲、压抑、毫无人性的社会观。另一个是用记忆所构建的脑中世界，你将看见诡异恐怖的画面，但却包含了令人痛心的真相。在这个游戏中，作为探员，你需要坚守意志，效忠这座城市的掌控者利维坦公司。但直到有一天，你发现正在调查的案件发生了翻天覆地的变化，你冰冷的心从此开始逐渐。
Your cold heart gradually melt.
What have I done?
这就是 Karma: The Dark World， 一个你从没有体验过、带有浓厚电影风格的反乌托邦游戏。如果你想要了解更多关于这个故事的最后的真相，请访问我们的网站 karmadarkworld.com， 我们会第一时间告知你试玩的 demo 相关时间。最后，请大家享受预告片。
Fuck! My prosthetic! This isn't real. This can't be real.
That looks great.
I will echo.
I mean, I will wishlist
How do you
that.
follow up making 2 of the best indie games of all time? Make 50 more. That's what's happening with UFO 50. This is from the team at Mossmouth, who made Spelunky and Spelunky 2. It's as if you took the modern design sensibilities of today and went back in time and made an entire console worth of retro games. And it's coming so soon.
Hi, I'm Derek. I'm John, and we're part of the team of indie developers working on UFO 50, a collection of 50 games.
You heard that correctly. That's 50 brand new games.
Oh man, I just realized what this is. This is Action 52, but for modern day indie. Hell yeah, let's do it.
First and foremost, these are not mini games. Some of the games are smaller, like arcade style games. Others are quite large, with expansive worlds to explore. But every
This looks great.
Complete experience from its opening title screen to its ending credits.
There's a story that connects all these games too. We invented a fictional company called UFO Soft that developed these games for a fictional 80s game console. This company's history spans from 1982 to 1990, and the games get more technically advanced as the years go on. And as you explore the timeline, you'll find that some games have sequels or recurring characters.
We also thought about the limitations of the hardware. We devised a strict 32 color palette as well as audio restrictions to make you feel like you're in the world of UFO 50, no matter which game you're playing.
But one area where we didn't limit ourselves is in the game's designs. We were happy to build on modern game design and genres, and we strived to make sure that each game felt like a unique experience.
This is awesome. This is very cool.
Just to remind you of a bygone era, it's also to provide 50 fresh experiences. We like to think that UFO Soft was a company that was ahead of its time.
All of the games are unlocked from the start, so you can explore the collection in your own way. Every game's not going to be everyone's favorite, but figuring out which games you like is part of the fun. With so much variety, you're sure to find something to get lost in, whether you prefer fast-paced action games or thinky strategy games.
And we all have fond memories of going to a friend's house and browsing their game library for something to play together. So half of UFO 50's games have multiplayer, either co-op or versus.
Needless to say, UFO 50 has been in development for a long time. But today, we're very excited to finally announce a release date.
That's right, UFO 50 is coming to Steam on September 18th.
Hell yeah.
Please find our Steam page and wishlist the game so that you can be notified when it comes out.
Done. Yep, done.
The developer of this next game should be a pretty familiar face, so it should be no surprise what they've cooked up. But nevertheless, it's still a world premiere. So take it away, Spry Fox.
Hey, I talked to a guy from Spry Fox. I wonder if he still works there. Hey, Aaron. You know the company that does that Bears game you like? On mobile? You don't know that game? They're making another game that you're gonna like, probably. Cozy Grove? Pre-register, huh? Available exclusively for Netflix members. Well, never mind. We don't have Netflix.
Hi everyone, I'm Dave Ettery, the co-founder and studio manager of Spry Fox.
And I'm Jamie Antonise, lead narrative designer of Cozy Grove Camp Spirit.
We hope you enjoyed the worldwide premiere of Cozy Grove Camp Spirit. We're really grateful to be a part of Day of the Devs alongside so many creative and inspiring developers. We started Spry Fox 14 years ago with the goal of making the world a happier place. This is the first game we're launching since we became part of Netflix. That's allowed us to focus all of our energies on making this game as delightful and meaningful as possible, and to bring it to all Netflix users without any advertisements or in-app purchases of any kind. We feel really lucky.
As you just saw, Cozy Grove Camp Spirit takes place on a haunted island where you'll assist an unusual assortment of troubled but insanely cute ghostly bears. Each bear has a unique personality and backstory that unfolds through your interactions with them. It's a spooky but heartwarming life sim game where your small daily acts of kindness advance the story.
We want Cozy Grove Camp Spirit to be a game that you can come back to at your own pace for months, if not years to come. We want it to be a game that brings you joy and relaxation whenever you need it most. And hopefully, it'll be a game with a story that sticks with you forever because the characters really make you care.
Cozy Grove Camp Spirit is launching soon, so pre-register now on your mobile app store to be the first Spirit Scout on the island. We'll see you there.
Are you a dog lover? Then you'll be super into our next title. Hell, I'm more into cats, but this game is just so cute, I can't help but be into it. Enjoy this teaser from Studio Tolima and publisher Don't Nod, featuring a puppy and their person.
Publisher Don't Nod, huh?
My name is Ben. I'm the founder and creative director at Studio Tolima. We're a small indie studio based in Brussels, Belgium, and we are working on our first title, Koira. Koira is a narrative game where you wake up in a snowy forest and encounter a small puppy who got trapped. You set him free, and together you go on a beautiful adventure and set out to reach Koira's house. This relationship is really at the heart of our game. In Koira, you go through a musical forest, filled with sounds to discover and interact with. For example, each character and animal in the forest is voiced by a different instrument.
That's cool.
And you can use their voice to interact with the world, to activate ancient statues, to speak to whimsical animals, and to earn the trust of the puppy.
Does this dog grow old over the course of the game?
Story, you can also manipulate items and use your new companion's unique abilities. With these, you can solve puzzles, but you can also just play together. For example, by playing fetch, building snowmen, or my personal favorite, playing hide and seek. As they journey through the winter wonderland, they encounter obstacles, they share laughs, and they save other woodland creatures. But if winter is magical, it's also dangerous. And they are not alone in this forest. Mysterious hunters are lurking around and following them. Our goal with Koira is to create a universal tale which focuses on the emotional journey. We want to create a game that is as immersive and intuitive as possible. It's a game without any text nor dialogue. The whole story is brought to life through expressive hand-drawn art, frame-by-frame animation, and a beautiful original soundtrack. Let yourself be carried away by the magical and serene atmosphere of the forest. Contemplate and play at your own pace. We can't wait to share more with you. So if you'd like to be one of the first one to hear about what we're up to and our upcoming demo, please head over to our Steam page to wishlist the game. Thanks again, and we look forward to sharing more with you.
Seems like a Sean game. I don't mean that derogatorily either.
Especially one with a really elegant design that evolves as you play. Better yet if it's got a beautiful art style or a captivating narrative to pull you through. Well, this game has all of that. This is Arranger from indie supergroup Furniture and Mattress.
Hola, soy Nico Recabarren de Mendoza, Argentina. Hace un tiempo hice un juego de puzzles multipremiado llamado Ethereal, junto con Tommy Batista. Desde entonces hemos estado trabajando muy duro en una aventura mucho más ambiciosa, junto con nuevos amigos, David Hellman, cuyo arte expresivo seguramente recuerdes por Braid, y Nick Sander, que con su creatividad probablemente te ha hecho soltar más de una risa con Carto. Con nuestra visión creativa compartida queremos traerles algo que se sienta fresco y ligero. Ojalá les guste este nuevo vistazo a Arranger, a Role Puzzling Adventure.
Oh, I remember seeing
in Arranger,
this, right? They've shown something like this.
Chaotic young woman who's looking to venture out beyond the
Oh, this is pretty cool.
Of her hometown.
You know, I like some Sokoban puzzle type things.
Which isn't helped by the strange way that she moves through the world. As she moves, objects on the same row or column move with her.
That's very cool.
And if she gets to the edge of the gameplay grid, she loops around to the other side. We use this core set of mechanics in a wide variety of interesting ways throughout the adventure.
It's like an anti-Sokoban, actually.
To keep things feeling breezy, playful.
Because you're moving the stage, you're not moving the items. Yeah, it's weird.
The entire game world exists on a sprawling, interconnected grid, on which you'll find towns full of lovable weirdos to chat with and advance the story.
What a cool idea.
Wilderness spaces to navigate, full of optional puzzles and exciting mysteries. And dungeons teeming with monsters to puzzle your way past. Or through. Told through expressive comic-style cutscenes. We follow Gemma on her journey of self-discovery. Heading out beyond the walls of her town, she soon discovers a beautiful, inspiring world. But also one ruled by fear and a strange, immovable force called the static. Can she disrupt a culture of stagnation and find a place to fit into it? Find out in a new type of role puzzling game when a Ranger launches on July
Yo,
20th.
next month. Holy shit.
There's never been a bigger red herring than the developer name Cozy Game Pals, because their idea of cozy is a little twisted. Here's your world premiere first look at the very first release from Blumhouse Games.
Okay. A closer look at the... Oh, this is the game that they had a demo out for a couple years ago, right? What is it again? Fear the Spotlight?
Nah, it's totally empty. I hope the board looks as creepy as I imagine. Let's go. With hands entwined and hearts aligned, we seek the realm of the undefined.
What was that?
Don't worry, Viv. If any ghosts actually show up, I'll protect you.
Oh, this isn't Fear the Spotlight, I don't think, actually, is it? Maybe it is. That was in the school.
Where did you go? Hello? Amy!
Yeah, it is.
Just go home, Viv. I'll save you, no matter what.
I remember that monster that chases you. Thank you.
Don't worry, Viv.
Corn nuts?
Everything is going to be spectacular.
Can you close that? Just so the cats don't attack
I'm
me.
happy here.
Thank you.
So happy.
A few months ago, this next game appeared on the interwebs out of nowhere. It mystified us. It seems like a novelty at first, but then you realize just how profound its mechanics and rendering engine are. From Crescent Moon Games and Those Dang Games, this is Screenbound, a game.
Hey guys, it's Josh Precison, and I'm the game director of Screenbound. Today we'll be talking with Kyle McKeever, who's the game developer. We'll be talking about the game's mechanics, how it started, and how it's going.
Hi, my name is Kyle McKeever, and I am the developer of Screenbound. And Josh, you and I have been working together on Screenbound for a couple months now. Do you want to talk about the idea of how Screenbound came to be?
So I was watching
Oh,
a
right,
video
this
of
thing.
someone playing
Yeah,
the Game
yeah.
Boy, and I don't know why it came to mind exactly, but just seeing the image of someone holding a device in their hand with an environment in the background and something happening on the screen made me
We
think,
looked at the
how could you
trailer
put
for
all
this on
together
stream or
into
whatever,
a
right?
game where you're playing on the screen and you've got a
This
3D
looks very
environment
cool.
and they're both linked. It started with a little prototype of just a character holding the device, having an endless running motion and jumping at the same time as seeing it in 2D and 3D.
And then the other part of it was the controls from the prototype. They weren't set in place.
I think we were having this problem where you're exploring this world, but only facing forward, and you can move side to side, but you're only looking in front of you. So at first we're like, okay, maybe we can just do a 180 so you can at least go backwards, because we were constantly moving forward in 3D space. So we tried that. That felt a little weird. And then at that point I was like, you know what? Since most of the games out there that people are familiar with are first-person shooter games, why don't we try FPS controls? And then you implemented an FPS controller and kept the 2D essentially the same, and for some reason it just miraculously worked. So the device itself
Interesting.
that you use in Screenbound is a quantum device. How that works in the context of the game is that the 2D world that's presented on the screen is actually projecting an environment as a 3D world, which is also how it works in the level editor, because the level
Weird.
editor is 2D, and once you finish your level, or you're finished working on it, it actually builds the entire 3D geometry out and creates a 3D world.
Oh, that's interesting. That's very cool.
Both dimensions are equally important, and you have to be paying attention to both to get anywhere in the game. Because, first of all, the enemies are in 2D, So if you're walking along in 3D and you're not looking at the screen, you're going to die probably within 5 to 10 seconds because you're going to be hit by an enemy. You're going to see some distortion effect on the screen. And
The Wii U did some interesting stuff, not exactly like this, but similarly, where your attention is being drawn in two different areas at the same time. That's always been kind of the most interesting thing some people did with the Wii U. Zombie U specifically, yeah.
It's pretty clear cut though, because everything translates fairly one-to-one. If there's like pixelated grass in the 2D world, there's going to be grass in the 3D world. Same with trees.
Yeah, all that stuff crosses over, except some of the puzzle elements or some of the things you only see in 2D or you only see in 3D, like the fan.
Yeah, you kind of solve puzzle elements more so on the 3D side, but then you survive threats by focusing on the 2D side.
Pikmin.
And
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll talk soon.
Our next
That
game
thing looks
is
cool.
what you might consider a dream job and adds a heap of dread. You play as a zookeeper tending to animals, except something is terribly wrong.
Right, this
Developed
game.
by an international team at
Excuse me.
This is
Ugh.
Zoocosis, and I promise you've never seen giraffes like this before.
No, I have, because they've shown this already.
You think they're cute? I don't. You've all been to the zoo, and each of you has your favorite animals. But do you know what happened here at night behind closed doors? I'm Valentin Shukin, the lead game designer of the Zoocosis game, and I invite you to become a night zookeeper.
Oh, are you finally awake? Good. Get up. It's time to get to work. Hurry up. You have nothing to worry about. What was that? There's something in the works that you're not ready to know about yet.
The plot of Zoocosis was written in the best traditions of the thriller and horror genres. We aim to create a dark atmosphere resembling the works of Hans Giger, Lovecraft, and Edgar Allan Poe. We achieve this through lighting placement, color correction, textures, and environmental props.
This is our mobile veterinary station. Here you'll be mixing medications for our animals.
Are they sick?
Well, they can be. We need to closely monitor the health of the animals. We have some quite rare specimens.
The mutation, the parasite, and the infection that's happening to these animals is kind of like reprogramming their biology.
The hell is that supposed to be? I thought that was a snake at first.
Acting like a large anaconda, slithering with its jaw unhinged, try to bite you.
Oh, that's not a giraffe head. That's a hand.
The concept of the giraffe set the basis of each
Oh, hello.
having their own unique design in their mutation.
You know what this reminds me of? This is straight up Kingdom Death shit right there.
Depend on the choices made by the player.
Yo, we should play Kingdom Death again.
All the endings was quite challenging. We dedicated a substantial amount of time structuring the paths and dialogues into a unified framework to ensure seamless functionality.
Every zookeeper is entitled to a service card.
That's what it was called, right? Hold on.
If you perform well tonight, you'll get one in the morning. Is that your wife? Should I tell her you're staying here for the night?
Yeah, Kingdom Death.
I'll lock you in until morning.
Your main goal will be to save
What a
the
weird
resources
thing.
the factory wants
If you stay the whole night, you'll get a car.
Save them and save yourself.
Okay. Aw, penguin. I love penguins. They're so cute.
Visit it on Steam and follow us on social media. Thank you so much for the support. See ya.
Why are you so jumpy?
Are they gonna mutate a penguin? Probably.
And that's the game. Except not quite. Because see, in While Waiting by Optilusion Games, waiting is always an option, but not the whole story. And that's what I like about
Oh,
our
like
game.
Far Cry 4.
It's more than meets the eye. See what mischief you can get up to.
If you wait, you can just beat the game.
Hi everyone, I'm Dom, the founder of Obtrusion Games. We're a game studio based in Irvine. Today, I'm thrilled to reintroduce our latest game, While Waiting.
Man, I kind of like the vibe of this already. Kingdom Death is the board game.
Bus, waiting for the traffic, waiting for the line to move.
That is very difficult. I would love to actually be able to like get somewhat far in there. Yeah, it's very cool.
Various scenarios of everyday life. Maybe you want to be a well-behaved kid and embody good old-fashioned patience. Or perhaps you want to get up to a little tomfoolery. Or maybe a lot of it. For people who really want to do something, you can find your own way to kill the time. We also have prepared a list of meaningless
Man,
to help you with.
this is gonna be the perfect stream game because I'm gonna just do it the way that you're supposed to do it, and we'll just chat the whole time.
That's okay.
We'll just chat the whole time.
Very helpful fidget button, specially designed for you. Just press it. Explore over 100 hand-painted levels, each chock full of mini games, fun little interactions, Easter eggs, and things you should definitely.
This is cool. I like this actually.
Don't worry about Adam though, he's a tough little guy. Get to know his family, his friends, and his victims as you follow Adam's life from birth to death with every mundane thing in between. But do remember, your goal is to wait, nothing else.
I actually like this. This is neat.
Add to wishlist on Steam. I mean, wishlist.
During the selection process, this
While Waiting demo.
caught my eye. It's got cyberpunk vibes, horror vibes, ghost vibes, all the vibes. With this game, Toronto-based developer Rocket Adrift really captured something unique.
Oh man, this makes me want to play Lone Survivor again.
Psychroma is a cyberpunk horror game. One of the concepts that we wanted to really emphasize was identity, what it means to be who you are, and how horrific it might be if that was stripped from you. The protagonist has amnesia. You don't know who you are.
The idea of losing yourself, it seems like it should be the one thing that can't be taken away
Excuse
from you.
me.
We wanted to set the game into a kind of cyberpunk future. We were really interested in the paranormal concepts and the more grounded future technology. Cyberpunk has a lot of themes that fit well with the story that we wanted to tell. The idea of what makes humans human, having your environment really impact who you are and what you're dealing with, this kind of dystopian future. That's kind of horrific in itself.
In our main character Hayes, we also
So it reminds you of the CDI. I could see that.
Biracial.
The like kind of weird home-drawn
Ability to like connect with other
anime style or whatever, like a distorted anime style.
for me to explore
Done
that
digitally.
part of myself, and like not being black enough for the black community, and obviously
Yeah.
not white passing. And I've never really been able to explore that or really talk about that openly until now, I think. We like to write from our own perspectives, and I feel like that's really helpful for
It's
certain
very
player that's looking
Guardian
for that in the
Heroes-esque
narrative-driven games.
in the style.
It really is amazing to see people
Janky anime in a good way.
Get it.
Non-derogatorily.
For anyone else out there that's looking to make impactful indie games, it's going to be hard, but the feeling that you get when you get that game into someone's hands, there's nothing else like it, and for me, it's way worth it.
Why am I reading the chat?
It's time to get
Not
cozy.
our
This
chat.
game is about as
Their
cozy
main
as it
chat.
gets, 'cause it's about houses. Just not quite the
God
way you
damn it.
expect.
Just the
Like Hannah's game,
worst.
This is building relationships.
สวัสดีครับชื่อธนัท ปุษยางกูลครับจากกรุงเทพมหานคร
Wow, that is a name.
Probably the most
Buzayangul?
game you'll see
That is a
all day
name.
today.
Wow.
It's a silly adventure game where you play as a house on a date, and it's called Building Relationships. Take a look.
Building relationships. It's really good. What the fuck? You're literally just like a moving house.
In this game, you'll find yourself as a new arrival on the island. You'll be exploring the area, moving around just like a real house.
Oh my god, the PlayStation 1 aesthetic. I love it.
Like Mint, who's a friendly apartment, here to help introduce you to the others.
Just like a real house. Exactly. Exactly like that.
Who's this tall windmill that might just step on you?
Honestly, this looks like something that Takahashi would have made.
You'll also
This is like the prototype before Katamari or something. This looks like that dude's type of thing.
But they'll help you unlock new abilities like jumping and wave dashing.
He did Nobi Nobi Boy too, right?
There's a bunch of fishing spots.
That was him?
Though the local wildlife
Fishing
might
minigame!
not be what you expected.
Oh, it looks like there's a few questions on stream. Let me take a look.
Don't
Is
look.
this a dating sim? Not exactly. There's some dating elements, but the story all takes place in one day. So think of it more like a short hike, but stupid.
A short hike, but stupid.
Are you okay? No. Is my mother proud of me? No. Can I have sex in the game? No. But there is some plans for DLC because just like in real life, you have to pay extra for that.
An unexpected adventure awaits in Building Relationships.
I actually want to play this. Yeah, I'll wishlist that. That'll be a good stream game at some point.
Last summer, Day of the Devs featured a little-known game that celebrates the everyday and turns it into something therapeutic. It became an absolute hit, and we're oh so happy to world premiere their latest DLC.
Hello, I'm Annie. And this is Lucas. Here we are, working hard, finding stars for A Little to the Left. It's a game where you solve puzzles by organizing household items.
I gotta buy that DLC.
Ways to arrange things.
Still. I
And
still
our
gotta
game
buy that
finds
DLC.
stars with each arrangement that you discover. And we really leaned into this idea for our new DLC, A Little to the Left, Seeing Stars. Seeing Stars is all about multiple solutions. There are 33 new levels and 5 additional bonus levels to unlock.
Okay. Okay.
Some levels have up to 5 different ways to solve them. In total, there are 100 stars. to
5
discover.
different ways to solve them?
Interactive
What?
that fold, flap, stick, stack, smash, and bounce. We've got the classic organizational puzzles, of course, and solutions that range from easy to tricky. There's a lot to be excited about, but the best thing of all might just be more cats. A little to the left.
Homer, the fun thing is that they say that about the AAA things too. They're just not happy with anything. That's the fun part.
And Hello Again, developed by the folks at Soup
Also,
Island,
no, I don't want to play a
you'll
game
delve into
forever.
ancient ruins, and thanks to a strange time loop
I
affecting
don't
the
want
island
that.
you're on, you'll have plenty of time to explore every inch.
Hello again. My name is Dwight Davis, and I'm the sole developer behind Hello Again, which is a game about being trapped in the world's coziest time loop.
Oh, this art style is cute.
In Hello Again, you play as a diligent postal worker who is assigned the task of delivering a package to a remote island. One shipwreck later, you awaken stranded on the island and trapped inside an unexplained 12-hour time loop.
12-hour time
Pillars of
loop.
Hello Again are exploration, conversation, and puzzle solving. This is a dense game with lots of strange locations and phenomena, so a lot of your experience will consist of walking around and filling your
Spoiler
time with
alert, the game was all a dream/nightmare. And then you woke up. The end.
As you explore, you'll discover that everything runs on a clock, from the weather to the tides to the ancient circuits that power the ruins littered across the island. As you play, you'll also unearth a forgotten story about the people who populated this island thousands of years ago. Since the islanders have no idea that they're bound to a time loop, you can use your ever-expanding knowledge to help and/or manipulate them so you can reach your goals. So, in short, what happens when you mix the gameplay and mechanics of Outer Wilds with the vibes of Animal Crossing and the small town feel of Groundhog Day? The answer is Hello Again, coming in 2025
This is not my
So
style.
our next title, Tom the Post
It's
Girl,
cute,
is
but
a
no,
narrative adventure
not
game
my
by
not my
third-party
game.
Studio Oopsie Daisies. And aptly named, as Tom, our main character, has plenty of oopsie daisies of her own in this game. It has a twisted sense of humor and offers choices that'll leave you wondering, should I have done that? Yeah, it's probably fine. If you're looking to connect with your inner voyeur, this is the game for you.
Hello, we're the Oopsie Daisies, a small studio from Switzerland, and we are here to present you our debut title, Tom the Post Girl.
Welcome back. Welcome back. How's it been so far? It's been up and down. I've been kind of more into some of the stuff shown at Day of the Devs than the main stage currently. Except the main stage had a few bangers that made me want to cry because I was so excited. Day of the Devs has been pretty sick though. Who would have thought that indie games, small games made by people with a vision and a purpose and love, might actually revitalize this dead-ass industry.
Accompany Tom on her duties
Who would have thought?
to the deranged villagers. And discover a great deal, perhaps too much, about the locals. Her approach, although controversial, is highly effective.
Somebody's in their chat said Newark, New Jersey, and that's fucking hilarious to me.
Follow her in the witness the wide variety of scenes, much more disturbing and chaotic than the last one. But is that really gonna stop you from continuing to do so?
Quite the opposite.
The main chat is everywhere. It's everywhere.
Little Red Riding Hood, which you can recognize in the
There is some funny shit in there, I gotta say.
curiosity and
That's why I keep reading it.
turning her into a stalking post girl.
We had a lot of fun creating this very strange, unique, hand-drawn environment for you to explore. And hope that you'll also enjoy stalking around in it.
Yeah, I could see the puzzle agent, like scuffed puzzle agent or something. I could see that for sure. Is it wrong that I really like this like childish art style a lot?
Calling to all fans of creepy
I really
creatures
like
and
it.
games,
If you're curious to follow the development of Tom, make sure to stalk us on social media.
And of course, wishlist the game on Steam.
The thing that I don't necessarily think I vibe with is I don't want an adventure game. You know? That's the thing about that I don't know I vibe with.
Hello, my name is Sasha, and I'm the lead narrative designer of the upcoming narrative game Afterlife EP.
Interesting. Okay. This is 100% a Sean game then, probably.
This game is about a musician in Jakarta who hears the voice of his girlfriend after her death.
Oh my god, that's so sad.
It will explore the theme of love, dealing with loss and grief, and finding your true self in the bustling city of Jakarta. This game was the golden child of my best friend, the late Fahmi Hasni, who sadly passed away in March 2022. And I know how much he loved this project, and he would want the world to listen to this story. So we are more than honored to pick up the torch and continue his legacy.
I really like that.
Jakarta very much. I'm always the introvert side of our friendship duo, and he was always the one who took me to all the wonderful places in Jakarta I used to never know about, and most of those places made it into the game, like the places where he loved ramen, or where he would get his coffee, or like where he would meet his friends, or music. And I've enjoyed exploring those places in the game like we used to do. We've had the pleasure of working with a wonderful shoegaze band from Jakarta, Lalfalfa. They are very brilliant. Sorry, I can't really help fangirling about them. Like, they are so good. And Lalfalfa will be making the soundtrack for Afterlife EP, including the music Rama plays in the rhythm game. We are also really happy to be working with our main artist, Soyatu. Soyatu has breathed life into our characters with his very distinctive art style and also his love for the underground music scene. We don't have the release date yet, but we expect it to be released around October this year.
Okay.
So please bear with us a little longer, and thank you so much for your support.
I like that. That was...
We all need a good
I don't know that I'll
business
play
level,
it, but...
and the team at European
That was
developer
nice.
Telegram
I like it.
Studios aims to please with their upcoming game Phoenix Springs. In this neo-noir adventure, you'll search for your lost brother while navigating a captivating world with one of the most striking color palettes I've ever seen.
Hi, I'm Jigme Oiser, co-founder of Telegram Studio, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to our mystery adventure game Phoenix Springs.
When I finally find him, my brother makes me promise not to go to the Oasis. So, of course, it's where I end up.
Wow. This art is stunning.
There's Iris Dormer, a reporter whose search for a brother leads her to this beautiful yet eerie desert oasis named Phoenix Springs.
It is a beautiful place to explore. Life is slow. The air is clean.
I read too much main chat. No, dude, you can't do that. You'll go crazy. You know what they say about staring into the void. You can't do it too long.
It feels like one of the classic of the 90s.
Just
that we know and
glimpses.
love. But the key difference is that you don't hold objects in your inventory. What you have instead are thoughts and concepts and ideas, like a detective pinboard, and you have to connect them with the world around you or mention them in conversations in order to progress.
What? Dude, there was... I don't know how many of you lived through the 90s, but there was an AIDS scare for a long time. And one of the things they scared us about is that people would people with AIDS would put a needle that they pricked with their blood into, like, pop machine change things, so that when you go in to get your change, you would be infected with AIDS.
The London Games Festival or IndieX in Lisbon, where he won the
And
award for
for some reason that reminded me of that, where she put the hand on the reader and then she realized that like it pricked her or whatever.
Being able to get the game
It's like the weirdest specific fear I've developed
might be facing the same challenges
just because I lived through the 90s. It's weird. But again, this game looks absolutely stunning.
The game is set to release on September the 16th, 2024 on Steam. So you know what to do. And in the meantime, on
You know what to do.
Thanks again to the devs. And we really can't wait to welcome you all into this little world that we created for you.
Road 96, Lost in Harmony, 1111, Memories Retold. Developer DigixArt out of France has had a pretty prolific run, and we're so very proud to world premiere their very next game. Spoiler alert, it has a lot of water.
Mario Sunshine?
We are Audition Ayub from DigixArt.
Here is the project that we've been working on for the past 3 years since Road 96.
We are really excited to present to you our new game, Dice of Tomorrow.
So get ready to be surprised. and enjoy the show.
Welcome to Pleasureland, aka twitch.tv/exfo.
Welcome to Pleasureland, my friend. Best place to... Wait, you look familiar. Welcome to Pleasureland, my friend. I'll introduce you to the joys of this amazing place. You okay? You're not gonna die, right?
Reminder to self to pull the Welcome to Pleasureland for a sub sound.
I hope it's the right one.
They have the same clothes.
Wait, that's not the thief. But it was your friend who did it, right? I made the mistake. You want to talk to me? Get on your knees first. Bastard! You won't get away with it. Your friend escaped with my Ozen, and now you'll pay for it.
Okay. Interesting. This is a fucking awesome idea. If it works. Okay, that one we have to try. That is an awesome idea.
With Day of the Devs, our mission has always been to celebrate the creativity, diversity, and magic of video games.
We strive to give a voice to emerging and underrepresented talent and to connect players.
Also, they put the Tide emote
For more than 10 years, we've featured hundreds and hundreds of games at in-person events, and our digital
in the
showcase
title
has been watched by tens of millions of fans globally.
Better yet, it's all been completely free. Free admission for attendees, free to watch our streams, and free for developers to participate.
It's common for developers to pay many thousands of dollars to be involved in other showcases and events.
But Day of the Devs has never charged developers to participate, and we never will.
This is only possible due to sponsorships and charitable contributions from people like you.
We want to continue doing Day of the Devs forever, but we're not going to lie, these events and shows cost a lot, and fundraising is hard.
We're so enormously grateful to everyone who has supported us all these years, but for Day of the Devs to continue, we're going to need ongoing support.
So please, if you love discovering new games and supporting emerging developers,
if you would like for us to keep on shining the spotlight on creators,
and especially if you are in a leadership position at a studio, publisher, or platform,
and have budgets that you can tap into,
then please consider donating to Day of the Devs.
Without your donations, without your sponsorship,
without your help, none of this can continue.
And remember, we're an official 501c3 nonprofit organization.
So all contributions are tax deductible.
To find out more and make a donation, head on over.
I lost connection. What was that last game idea? I just wanted them to give their spiel here. Tides of Tomorrow. The idea is that there's like a narrative going on, but the choices you make will impact how friends and people that you're connected to who also played it or are playing it, like what they could do. So their thing is that somebody probably on their friends list in that not demo, but whatever, in the video did something so that they left a knife for the other person that was playing. So with that knife there, they had the option to like kill the guy or escape or whatever. Just like that sort of, if that works, that's a cool idea. Like the way I play might impact how Homer is able to go through it, and how he plays might affect like David or something.
Thank you so much for your continued support. Special thanks to our guy Dose One for providing beats, interludes, musical poetry. Yet again for Day of the Devs, we could not make this show as bombastic and cool and vibey.
Variation of the Nemesis system. No, more like a variation of like a choose your own adventure where your choice can impact how someone else does that scene later.
Lots of events and showcases throughout the year, and that's the first place to find out about stuff. Stay tuned after this program for.
I don't know if it's going to be actual friends, etc., but more like multiple playthroughs characters. Well, they're touting it on the Steam page as choices made by your friends and favorite streamers.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Jeff Keighley, for having us.
Thanks,
Thank you to
David.
the developers for making these amazing games. Thank you to the curation committee for finding them. Thank you to all the sponsors who help make Day of the Devs possible. And most of all, thank you to you for sticking around to check out these games. Have a great day, and thanks for watching Day of the Devs Summer Games Fest Edition. Bye.
We'll have to see.